Well, with us today, we get two of the guys from AutoNation Toyota Irvine, and we'd like to welcome back Steve Smith, oversees the service department. Welcome, sir. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me back. It's great to be back.
Yes, always good to have you here. And of course, Ephraim is here today.
Yep,
thank you. The GM.
How are you?
I am doing really good.
Super glad to be with you.
Yes, and I'm even doing better that we've been seeing you frequently, but Steve, he's back here today.
It's not the same.
It's a red letter day.
It's not the same.
It's not.
Here.
Hey, we want to talk about, before we get into some fun stuff, we want to talk about a couple serious things.
Yeah.
And one, I mentioned to these guys that today I got a scam email from Toyota Automobiles Company. So I don't even think it's even called that, the technical name. And it's about you've won a prize, please email here. No, it's fake. It's phony, like all the other scam ones. In fact, it says info@toylocn.org. Whenever you see something, when it says to undisclosed recipients, that's a clue. You never want to bother with anything like that. So I'm going to hit the trash, and that's gone from there. Now,
that's a good call out.
Yes,
that's so true.
Now,
we would never consider doing something silly like that. It's just trash.
Now, let's talk about something that has been going on for a few years for many automakers, and this is the problem of the airbags. And as you were saying to me, I don't know how far back these goes, but people may have cars that are several years old, but they've never come in to have those airbags looked at and corrected, right?
That's right. And Steve, I'm going to want you to help me with this, but it's so true, because even the Takata airbag has impacted many manufacturers because they're the major manufacturer distributor of the airbags for many vehicles. But there are a lot of cars and a lot of customers still sitting out there. In fact, most of them still have yet to do the recall. And a lot of people think, well, my car's really, really old. It really doesn't need this. And the truth is, as we just spoke a moment ago, we encourage you to come in. It's a no-charge service and an entire replacement recall oftentimes on these Takata airbags because they're simply unsafe.
Right.
And the National Highway Transportation Association has identified these and asked us to replace these at no charge, so there'll never be a charge for it, but because they can pose a serious safety hazard, right, Steve?
Absolutely. So what we see is all the way back to '94 Corollas.
Wow. So I didn't know it went back that far.
Yeah. So we call, and there's thousands of them out there that have not been addressed.
Most of them still have yet to be done.
And at our dealership, we're offering the vehicle to come in, the customer to bring the vehicle in. We'll run the VIN on it to search for any open campaigns.
Okay.
At the same time, if there is a Takata airbag, in the beginning of this thing, Dangle, when it started happening, there was thousands of them out there. There was no parts available.
Okay.
The supplier Takata could not supply with the parts, so we were putting customers in rentals. We are still doing that. If we have to have your vehicle, but now we are able to obtain the parts, so if we have to have your vehicle in over a period of time, we will provide you with a car to drive.
Okay.
It is that important to get that car in here. If you cannot get that car in, I would like for them to call into the dealership, provide their 17-digit VIN for us. We'll run the campaign search right there, find out if there is an open campaign on it. We'll even come to their home and pick up the car and bring a car to them to drive.
All right. And
so
to find the VIN,
it's that important for us.
It's on the windshield, or it's on the registration,
or it's on the side placard by the door on a little placard
on the driver's
side.
Okay. And if they don't want to write everything down, take a picture with your phone.
Take a picture with your phone. Sometimes for me, without my glasses, it's easier to see it that way too. I can just expand it.
And if their vehicle's ever been into our dealership, all they have to do is call in with their name and phone number. We can do the search on it, and we can find out if the car even needs to come in.
Okay.
So, of course, obviously we offer the pit stop.
Yes, you do.
So they can come in during that pit stop. We'll take that VIN at that time, and then we'll research it for any open campaigns that are necessary and take care of them.
All right. Yeah, that's really good. You come in and quickly get things done.
It is.
Oil change, whatever it may be.
And remember, Ken, he mentions open campaigns because there were many recalls, not just the Takata ones. The Takata ones are really, really of a major safety concern, but all the other ones to do with electrical switches. You know, we talked about this in past
some of them are just
conversations.
software related, yeah.
Well, hey, I'm glad that the highway transportation has come in and said, hey, safety is a priority now for every manufacturer, and even the best one, Toyota, that they've identified certain little things that really need to be addressed, need to be either exchanged, repaired, data update, whatever it might be, and it's and some of these are rather critical, and we have the parts for them, and there's no charge. I think that's a big deal. I think most people think, well, I don't want to go in, it could be expensive. You're not going to pay for it.
Right. And I think years ago, if you got a recall notice, it was like, wow, you know, what's wrong with this vehicle?
Yeah.
Well, really what has gotten so much better, I've had 3 recalls on my vehicle. It's because the way everything the auto industry is, the highway safety department, all these kind of stuff are just so much better at identifying these things and getting the word out. And it's really good for everyone. Yeah.
Well, the Camrys, the Corollas, there's a lot of vehicles out there with safety-related recalls. A lot of Camrys have what we call the COM. It's a door switch. That door switch for the window, it has to be replaced. It can actually catch fire.
It
can
actually
stick, and so we've seen a few cars with that kind of. We need to take a look at that car, run that VIN, and make sure there is none, because there is, like Ephraim was saying, there is quite a few campaigns out there. They are all safety related. Some of them are more critical than others. The airbag is definitely the most critical for us, as well as the COM for the door switch. But any campaign out there, again, at no charge, we can get it done. We have the parts, we can surely, we would love to make sure
even if your car is way out of warranty.
It doesn't matter. There's safety related campaigns back to 1991 cars.
Wow.
So,
but it just shows how the industry is so much better. Those things used to be hidden. Remember that years ago? We don't want to talk about that. We don't.
Those issues always were there. No one ever paid attention to them.
Yeah.
Or so let alone said, hey, there's a remedy for this, bring it in, and there's no charge. So those issues always were there. But first, safety wasn't a priority. It wasn't. Public notice and doing what's right, I think, is super critical. And one of the things that this whole thing has brought to light is simply that. Let's take care of you.
3 days ago, just to give you an example, we had cars come in, and we did 10 years ago when I started with Toyota in 2010. Basically, they had a 90L campaign. That was for the unintended acceleration. We had 3 cars the other day that we actually completed those campaigns on.
Wow.
That's a reflashing and a gas pedal displacement.
That's amazing.
We do. So
we all remember that.
I do remember it. Yeah.
And the remedy there was simply to put a spring to make the pedal a little bit more rigid, so it wouldn't just go down easily. It was to elevate it and shorten it so that the mat on the bottom couldn't interrupt the controls on the floor for the gas and the brake, and then a quick reflash of the computer's ECU. So we all lived through that. That was a long time ago.
I remember it.
Yeah.
You haven't changed.
So real quick to that, those of you that stack floor mats, I highly recommend that you make sure that if the clips are broken that are designed to hold the floor mat in place, bring the vehicle in so we can look at that.
Thank you. That's
great. And at the same time,
that's great.
Understand if you are stacking floor mats, there's a reason that you're doing it. You maybe want to cover up. You want to keep it nice.
It's silly.
It can
pose
be dangerous.
A major safety concern, because those things accumulate and then collect near the bottom, right? And they can interrupt your ability to grab the right pedal, or even just simply keep one stuck down on the ground. And that was that whole 90L. That was the whole thing. That it was someone who put 3 mats on top of one another, and then a pad. And that pad then simply got stuck. It kept the accelerator down, depressed all the way to the floor.
Wow.
And that's started that whole thing. It had nothing to do with
a
car that was running on its own.
Floor mats, get the proper ones. Whoever it might be. I have ones from WeatherTech, which I know they make of Toyota and all that kind of stuff. And those are great because they, keep not that we have to worry about snow and mud, but still it keeps things nice. or get official Toyota ones or whatever it might be for that very reason.
I don't think that we understand it fully when we open the door and step into that floor mat, if they're stacked, that our body and the inertia of us pushing our foot down on the floor slides that floor mat up each time that they do it. And after a few times, that floor mat will roll up underneath that throttle pedal, and that's why we should.
And now they're hooked in the back if you get it properly.
There are, and the ones that were a little older, we do have a way when you come in to just kind of more permanently affix them through the rings on the mat, the rear part of it, so that they won't move. So we, because we just want to make, and because if you don't want to buy any, that's okay too. We're here to go ahead and just make sure that they're affixed to the floor properly so that they won't keep sliding
very
around.
good point.
Yeah.
Now, something fun that's coming up is the Orange County International Auto Show. It begins October 3rd next week, runs about 4 days at the Anaheim Convention Center, and of course Toyota will be there.
That's right.
And a lot of fun. It's a good place to go if you want to just have fun and look around and check everything out.
Great place. We have tickets.
Yeah, I was going to ask you.
Okay.
You got tickets.
I better bring you some. I'm
yes,
so
you
sorry.
better. But also that brings to point, this is the time of the year that the 2019s are going out the door pretty soon.
They are.
And it's a good time to get in and see what's available, right?
Thank you. You're right. And in the September month, where all the families are getting the kids back to school and all those things that sometimes make buying a car at this time of year not a priority. We're just really, really, really busy, and we're grateful for that. And so the incentives right now at this time of year for those 19s that are cycling out they couldn't ever be higher than they are today in terms of rebates and customer-facing incentives. So take advantage of that. And in regards to that auto show that's coming around, please come by. We do have tickets for that, so that we can get you something so that you can go and take a look at what's right around the corner. That's fun to do.
Yeah. I know one of the things will be the 2020 Highlander hybrid, which is going to have a new engine in it and a little bit changes on that. So that's something I'm going to look at.
So we have five cars that we just supplied Toyota with that we're doing right now at our shop that we're going to put in that auto show. And one of them is going to be the brand new Supra. It'll be the Canary Yellow. And so we'll finish it today.
This morning.
And
something else.
We'll have those cars in there, so stop by and take a look.
That'll be fun. Will you be up there?
I will be up there, but I won't be up there every night to go over them. But we got the 5 vehicles up there, the hybrid, and it'll be real nice. You'll like
That'll be a lot of fun.
I love that Supra.
It is a great fun.
And I did see the new Venza at the.
Are they bringing the Venza back?
They're going to, and my goodness, is it just
I've got to say something
special.
Every once in a while, car manufacturers, all of them, just do this bonehead move where they remove a vehicle that everyone likes. And you go, why did you do that?
That's right.
The Venza was one. Everyone liked that vehicle.
You will love this new one. Amazing.
It's just a nice, I'm so glad. I didn't know they were bringing that back.
Yep. The cadence of what we have coming out and how Toyota's now making an all-in commitment for
that's good news.
For the hybrid,
I'm going to look at that.
For the hybrid gas-electric synergy drive platform, everything will be a hybrid. So, and of course, Toyota invented that technology. And so we'll have big cars, every car, 50, 60, 70 miles per gallon will be the norm for all of us.
And I'm going to get a ride in the Supra with Steve.
Yeah.
There you go.
That car is fancy. It's you.
All right. Good to see you both. Good to see you back.
It's good to be back.
All right.
Thank you
very much, sir.
You're the man.
And again, you got to get those recalls in. They will help you out on that if you're unsure. Send them your VIN number and take care of those recalls. It doesn't matter how old your vehicle is. They're there to make sure that you're safe. If you want to go look at the 2019s that are still available, go up to the car show. They can all help you out.
That's right.
All right, right up the street. We'll be right back.